Hold on. All right, camera's recording.
Cool.
Recording. All right, welcome to How Do I Know You with your host Mark and Dwayne.
What up?
And today's topic is
Today's topic is something that happened this week that I guess had the internet lit, and it had everyone in an uproar with. I wanted to say something, but it'd be fucked up, so I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say it yet.
Okay.
But had the internet in an uproar, and I guess once again, which I don't know why this is still going on, but once again, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B were back at it. They were back at each other's throats. Back at, well, no, wait, yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Back at each other's throats. Yep, I'm gonna leave it there. And they were apparently, Nicki Minaj, she has a podcast on Apple, it previews on iTunes. It's called Queen Radio. And basically, so far, I think she's like 4 or 5 episodes in, and the podcast is literally her just talking shit. There has not been an episode where she's said anything like informative, anything about like hip hop, entertainment, culture. It's just her basically ranting and being mad at people as to why she isn't as popular as she once was, which is funny because she's still as popular as she once was, but I don't really get her angle with all this shit. So basically every episode is legit been her talking shit. Like the first episode, she's talking shit about Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner. The next episode was I think it was after the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj fight, and then she kind of like alluded to the fight a little bit. Then the third episode was her talking more shit about shit that no one cared about. I think
is the show popular?
People, I mean, her fan base listened to it, and then of course, because she says so much shit that we don't know, obviously. But I mean, it's still basically, if you listen to the show, she just hating. She just hating for like an hour and 30 minutes. It's really weird.
I mean, people that are into drama love that shit, so I could see why it's popular. But what a waste of fucking time!
It's a super waste. The only reason like I even know about this shit is because it legit blew up Twitter for like a good while, and like there was like clips. But like, I don't listen to that shit because
right.
I'm not like, this isn't like a woman thing or anything like that. But I can't listen to anybody just hate for an hour and 2 hours.
It's
or whatever.
Too much negativity.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, man, we get it. Like, especially, let me switch that. Especially, I can't listen to anyone hate. Period. But don't hate when you're in a position of power. That's just weird. Like, how much do you want? Like, how you gonna hate on someone being like in the same field, in the same like realm, doing as well as you, and that bothers you. I don't get that. Like when you guys don't even have to be around each other, I don't get it.
It's not even a new concept either.
Exactly,
You
but
know what I mean, you're not even being original.
But pretty much, she on this episode, she I guess went in depth on the fight between her camp and Cardi B's camp and everything, and she was saying. Excuse me. She was saying all this shit about, she was saying all this stuff that we don't know if it can be confirmed or not confirmed. But,
Just her side of the story.
I guess, if you want to say that. She was pretty much saying, that Cardi B didn't get beat up by security. She got beat up by people in Nicki Minaj's entourage or whatever. Nicki Minaj didn't step in because of whatever. She was too whatever, but she wanted to. Apparently, I don't fucking know. The usual shit like that. Nicki Minaj then started going off about all this stuff that we didn't know about, but I don't think we cared about. She started talking about how Cardi B was she was the benefactor of deals and songs that she was supposed to be on, which is Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj turned down, and then I guess the way she was phrasing it or putting it, they were kind of giving it to her as like a second place person, like, here, you take it or whatever.
Right.
And the basically this whole escalated, and of course once the episode dropped and people heard everything, the clip started to circulate. Cardi B responded, and Cardi B pretty much responded with like, she was basically giving her side of the story to everything that she was saying. And of course, she was saying that she was lying and all this other shit, which again, we didn't care about because we thought this was over. But for some reason, they kept going at it. And Cardi B pretty much, I guess, laid the challenge down. And she was like, look, we can be cool. By being cool means we don't got to fuck with each other. We can leave it alone. And we can just go our separate ways. Or we can run that fade real fast. If you want to run that fade, I'm cool, whatever. And then Nicki Minaj responded with, which was again really, really. If we keeping it hip hop and we keeping it because everyone likes the whole phrase keeping the same energy and shit and talking about the culture and shit like that or whatever. What the next response to this is pussy. Like, I don't care what anyone says. This shit is pussy. Like, when someone says we can run a fade, it don't really matter to me. Whatever you want to do. And you respond with, let's have a conversation. No, let's go on Instagram and let's have the conversation recorded for Instagram. Actually, no, let's get on a song together. We'll have someone record the studio session because Nicki Minaj was claiming that Cardi B does not write her own songs, which at this point, once again, who gives a fuck? Because so many of these rappers don't write their own shit, so it does not matter. Especially her own. I don't know. I don't even know if they're still label mates or friends, but you can't say that. Well, I'm gonna save that. It's another take. She basically, alleged that Cardi B does not write her own songs. Which, if you're a hip hop head, you kind of already knew that Cardi B didn't write. I wouldn't say she doesn't write all of her songs, but she doesn't write a good majority of them because there was a lot of like leaked references from other people who from her first album who wrote those songs, and then it's fine. They sold the songs to her. It's fine.
People got their money.
Yeah, people got paid. So it wasn't like she stole some shit. But she pretty much has been alluding to it. She doesn't write her own songs, and Nicki Minaj says that she writes all her songs. So she was like, let's have a studio session. Let's get on a song together. Let's have them record the studio session and see you struggle to actually write your part and everything like that, whatever, which basically ran around Cardi's challenge of we can just run the fade. She clearly didn't want to run the fade, which was funny because on the Twitter threads, like under it was so many like, so you don't want to fight? It seemed like you don't want to fight. All right, if you don't want to fight, you can just say you don't want to fight. Like, and the internet won that day. That shit was hilarious.
Damn.
But with all that being said, today's topic is something that I feel like everyone has gone through once in their lives, or at least they know about it. The term on site. Like, what is it? We gonna coin something today. We're gonna coin this shit today because no one's fucking done it yet. At least in my estimation, no one's fucking did this. So we're gonna coin it today. This is fucking. How do I know you? I wish we could timestamp this shit somehow. On-site energy.
On-site energy.
OSC, on-site energy. Niggas don't keep that on-site energy at all these days. Like, the term on-site gets thrown around so loosely, but it never happens. And I don't get why. I don't understand that shit or whatever. Because for some reason, when I was younger and like when like on-site was really a thing, it was really a thing. So when niggas was like, yo, on-site, if I catch you, like, I'm gonna beat your ass, it would happen. And it was like, yo, you probably shouldn't go down there because so-and-so is down there. They've already stated that they're looking for your ass.
Yep.
And whatever would happen. Nowadays, when people say, like, everyone says on-site, but then don't nothing happen. Like, these rap niggas, fucking people on the internet, people in life or whatever, they always talk about, oh, man, like, and of course, like I said, you've probably seen this shit in your lifetime once in a while. If it's not on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever, let someone get into an argument with somebody, the first thing they throw out after the shit escalates is like, nigga on site, I swear to God, if I catch your ass, it's on site. Don't even trip. And then a couple weeks go by, they'll be in the same place with this nigga or whatever, and then it's like, nah, fuck it, he ain't even worth it. I don't get shit like that. Then it's not on site. It was never on site. So I'm trying to figure out what is everyone's definition of on-site. What's today's definition of on-site, do you think?
Today, by that, it's just, oh, I feel angry and you're talking shit, so I'm gonna say this to scare you, to try and scare you into shutting up.
How you gonna scare somebody on the internet?
I don't know. People talk shit all the time, and I'm sure there's people that just stop talking because of it.
I don't understand.
See, I don't like online game too much, so I don't deal with like the whole people chatting with strangers,
Twitter fingers and internet soldiers, and I don't get none of that shit. Mm-hmm. But so you think it's legit just words to use to intimidate?
By today's definition, yes.
I honestly think on site is like the next time I see you on social media. I think that's what it is today.
Next time you comment on something.
The next time you post on something, whatever, I'm a dislike your shit. Like, be prepared
for a troll fight.
Be prepared for me to troll the fuck out you and call you ugly 8 million times. Cause clearly these niggas is not getting. And you know what's crazy? Anytime some shit does happen where it was like, oh, this is like an on-site situation, niggas would be like, don't worry, I'm gonna catch you or whatever, and it does happen, the first thing that happens today is everyone's like shocked and like,
like it's crazy that it actually happened.
Oh my God. You guys took it that far? I mean, I know that he said to fuck your mother and he was gonna come on your baby, but who cares? There was no reason at all to catch him by himself. And beat him like that. You guys are making too much money.
It's not that serious.
You guys are acting like pure niggers.
Hard R.
And that's the shit I don't understand. Like, if you remember the Russ dude a couple months back or whatever, the Russ dude, which I don't even know if he's black or whatever. Like, I don't even know what that dude is. Like, but that dude he's been the realest nigga in hip hop so far this year.
Why? Why is it?
Because some rapper, and guys, excuse me, YouTube, excuse me, I don't know a lot of the Lils. I don't listen to a lot of them, so like I know people are probably gonna be like, oh, he was talking about so and so. I don't fucking know. Like, to me, they all look like Lil Uzi, but I know it's not Lil Uzi. I know, if it's not Lil Uzi, it's not Rich the Kid, it's not Lil Pump. Is Lil Pump the one that he's alive, right?
Yeah.
Who's the dead one?
The XXX one?
No,
Lil Peep or
is he dead?
Is it Lil Peep?
Is it
Lil Xan?
No, Lil Xan's alive.
Lil Xan's alive.
So I think it's Lil Peep.
I think it's Lil Peep, yeah.
I'm not trying to disrespect Lil Peep at all. Please. I'm not trying to disrespect at all. I do not know. Like, they're all, like...
too similar.
Yeah.
They all look too the same.
I don't fucking know. But one of the Littles, basically, this was around the time where, like, J. Cole's album had dropped and everything. And J. Cole was trying to start the whole, like... everyone stopped doing drugs and stopped taking lean and all this shit or whatever. And I think Russ had either retweeted J. Cole or pretty much I think he sent a tweet out and basically saying like drugs are stupid and like you guys shouldn't be doing lean and shit. And then this little whatever added him and was like, shut the fuck up, you a bitch. Strike one. Now, this is Russ. Russ looks like fucking. Russ kind of looks like Jesus. Like, just long hair, beard. Like, he doesn't look like. I mean, Jesus. Even though Jesus whoop your ass, but like, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus doesn't look like he's a problem. Like, Russ does not look like a problem at all.
Like a tough guy
at all, right?
Okay.
So apparently, I guess the dude took it a step further, which I don't know what happened after that, but the dude took it a step further. And decided to, which I was like, this deserves a fucking fade. This deserves hands. But the dude, I guess, took a picture of Russ's sister and put it as his Twitter Avi. And he just had it there. And like, this wasn't something to where it was like, they know each other. Clearly they don't. But he just went and put his sister on his Avi. So Russ, being the good gentleman that he was, didn't say nothing, didn't make a fuss or whatever. It was just clearly to Russ, it was on site. Like, when I catch you, there will be no words. There will be no fucking, hey, what was that about? I'm going to beat your ass. And it might not be me, but someone's going to fuck you up. Fast forward, apparently they were at some, I don't know if it was a festival or whatever, but Russ's people, Russ's goons caught that nigga by the bathroom by himself and beat the shit out that nigga. Like, there was no sort of like, oh, what's up? No, they just swung on that. Like they fucked him up. All you saw was dreads and shit flying. Like that shit was crazy. Like, and I was like, at no point was I like, oh, that's fucked up. I was just like, no, this is but everyone else was like, oh man, like everyone else was like, oh man, yo, Russ wildin'. I don't get like it wasn't even that serious or whatever. I was like, see, these new niggas don't know about on site. Like, you can't do some shit like that. You cannot post someone's sister and then expect it to be cool. Russ clearly plays by the old school rules of on site, which is like, no, I'm fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up to make you know to never do that again. Don't ever do that shit again. And so far, whoever this little person is has not done that shit again. So, I mean, I don't know. But to bring it back to Nicki and Cardi, Nicki talked a lot of shit. She was popping a lot of shit. She claimed that not only did Cardi get fucked up, not by security, like not by men, but by girls, she also claimed that she had the footage of it. Which was funny because she claimed that she had the footage, but then she said she has 100,000 for the footage, which means that you don't have the footage,
right?
Just because you wouldn't. How you gonna pay yourself for the whatever? But she wanted the footage to release it or whatever, and Cardi, like the well-respected human being she is, said, "I'm tired of all this shit. Tired of all you talking. Tired of all this fucking back and forth. Either we gonna piece it up, and we don't have to be cool with each other, or we can run the fake." That's it. At that point, no other response is necessary from Nicki but yes or no. I don't want to hear about nothing. I don't want to hear about she don't write her music. I don't want to hear about none of that shit. Especially if you initiated the shit. Because no one was thinking about this a couple days ago until you went on the radio and decided to talk all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. So that's why I'm like, I feel like legit on-site is now, in today's world, the next time you post on Twitter, I'm on your ass. That's what that means, and I just don't get it.
Just seems like a publicity stunt now.
But for who?
That blew up in Nicki's face. Like, because then if Cardi doesn't respond, then Nicki could claim that she's a tough one, that she would have fought, blah, 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 blah. But now, it blew up in her face. Now she can't set the stage to where she could win.
But that's
and now she's scared.
You can't. Come on, man. You can't be in all your songs talking about like she. Come on, man. She calls herself Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's cool to talk tough. That's the thing. It's cool to talk tough, but to actually be tough.
No, man. Like no.
Doesn't happen.
I don't get that. I don't get that logic, and that's the thing that's weird because the funny thing about this that I feel like everyone kind of ran over was Nicki Minaj was like, she's so adamant about this whole like you don't write your music shit, right? Now let's fast forward when Drake and Meek Mill were in their whole shit, right? Fucking again, I feel like no one's brought up this fucking take yet, so this is gonna be another How Do I Know You exclusive. When Drake and Meek Mill were going back and forth doing their shit, right?
Right.
Out of nowhere, Meek Mill was like, you know what? I don't like Drake no more. After Meek Mill had said for years that Drake was his favorite rapper, right? Meek Mill comes out of nowhere and he's like, yeah, I don't really fuck with the guy. Doesn't write his music. Which is weird because, you know, there was no like indication of this. There wasn't like any like, oh shit, we found like they have secret recordings or anything like that. So it's like, how the fuck does Meek Mill know that Drake doesn't write his own music, right? Mm-hmm. And why would he say that shit with so much confidence and shit like that, right? And then Drake does what he does, and of course Meek is kind of left looking like what the fuck or whatever. I feel like we now know who caused that shit. Nicki Minaj caused that shit, clearly. Because Nicki Minaj is a part of Young Money. Drake is a part of Young Money. Clearly, they have been in studio sessions together, and she has sat and probably saw that nigga, maybe not write a verse, and she just held it. Because they were friends and they were cool, and since we're a team and everything like that. But when it's used to benefit at the time your man, you gonna tell that nigga and cause this whole shit, and then you sat there and act like it was them two. It had nothing to do with you. But clearly, come on, man. Clearly, we now know that you the one who's come on. Nick, you gotta be real now. You snitched. It's all right. Like, it's a lot of snitching. It's a lot of shit that's weird. That, like, you just can't condone this shit. And I don't understand what's going on, but that deserves some on-siteness too. Like, I feel like she legit tried to ruin Drake's career and then almost got her significant other's career ruined and then just sat there. Like, oh shit. Like,
did she try to play the game so she could be the only one around, so she could be on top?
that's never gonna happen. And I'm coming from, again, this is gonna sound fucked up. It's never gonna happen for a female, and I'm just telling the honest truth because rap is too male dominated. It'll never happen. There'll always be a top female, which has been Nicki for years, and now it's Cardi. And there's always gonna be the best rapper, which is always gonna be a male. I feel like for the longest time we will never see, like, which sucks because there are a bunch of dope females out there. We're never gonna see a female MC be considered as good as a dude. At least I feel like not in the next like 10, 15, 20 years. I don't think so. But there are female MCs that are out there that are way doper than dudes. Way doper.
Who would you say is the top MC for women?
Rhapsody. Rhapsody. Jean Grey. Tink.
I don't know any of these people.
He's like, yeah,
dope.
Rhapsody.
Tink.
That's a fucking music
Tink,
service,
yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
But Nicki would be in my top 5. Like, as just a rapper, she would be there. At least from, I shouldn't say that, actually. No, she wouldn't. But I on a mainstream approach, she would be in my top 5 females. But on a like actual like female MC list or whatever, she wouldn't be. I'll put old girl from Homegrown up there.
Ooh.
The one chick, man. Why the fuck do I forget her name? She was on Kendrick's shit. She's also on Insecure. What the fuck is her name?
Kehlani?
No, what? This nigga loves Kehlani, man. Look,
should have seen her at the.
Man, I have a story to tell how Kehlani stole this nigga's soul. Kehlani, wherever you are,
not anymore.
This nigga, if we ever get to a point to where this shit actually means a whole lot, which hopefully we do, I'm gonna try to get Kehlani on this shit. Mm-hmm. And then I want to see if the same effect still is gonna apply.
Nah, probably not.
Y'all see this shit?
I've turned super cold.
Y'all see this shit? All right, someone needs to find Kehlani for me and get her to our apartment.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Fucking man, it might fucking Kehlani, fucking skinny ass.
Damn.
I don't fucking like Kehlani. You do. Yeah. So, it's. I feel like the term on-site is used way too loosely.
No, it just doesn't happen because once they are in person, whatever side they're on, that's when the consequences kick in. That's when like it becomes like an actual reality. But like online, it's all like the consequences are so far away, it doesn't matter. So they'll just say it because it sounds cool. Again, it's just a cool thing. It's just to try to look cool. That's all it is.
Do you think, okay, so if we're just going based off, we're just trying to look cool and trying to look like we're the big bad wolf and shit like that.
Yeah.
Do you think it matters when it goes wrong these days then? Like it clearly went wrong for Nicki, at least to a degree, because Cardi sent the challenge and Nicki did not accept that shit at all. She fucking moonwalked all over that shit.
As much as I want to say it would change, it doesn't, because we've seen with what's his name 6ix9ine when he got beat up at the airport. Mm-hmm. And still, he continued to talk shit. Mm-hmm. And then he got caught by some other people, lost. It's still talking shit and still gets the same attention for it. So clearly, it doesn't matter, even if you get your ass kicked on tape.
Yeah,
which is sad. It's sad. So sad.
I don't.
You could continue to claim being a tough guy, even after getting your ass kicked multiple times, caught on video.
I don't like that.
Me neither. And that's the thing. If you do kick his ass, all of a sudden you're looked as the bad guy, which sucks. It's just like, well, this guy was talking shit about me. Like, what? It's like it's the Conor McGregor thing, and what's his name?
Khabib.
Khabib. Yeah, like everyone, all of a sudden thought Khabib was a bad guy, even though McGregor was talking all this shit.
Right.
Like just insulting him like too personally.
Right.
And all of a sudden it was just.
That's another example of on-site. Like Conor was not ready for the on-site energy. He was not ready for that shit at all. No, and that's another. See, that's those. I feel like that the people we're naming are perfect examples of what we grew up in, and the new generation. The new generation likes to. They like I guess the show behind it. They like seeing McGregor be fucking brash, cocky, boastful, and talk all this shit and fucking I'm gonna bang your head on the fucking camera, like all that shit. You know what I mean? Like that shit sounds cool up until you're actually in the octagon with someone like that. Then you got to do it.
Yeah.
Like you can't just like all that talking shit don't matter no more.
Nope.
Especially for someone like a Khabib who's clearly skilled, who's clearly like, yeah, none of that matters.
None of it.
None of this matters.
He was just in a fucking fight for the championship.
Yeah.
And still was like, I'm gonna go fuck these other guys up real quick.
That's the greatest thing about that Khabib shit. Khabib, and people again, I feel like people missed that whole thing. If you saw that fight, Khabib fucked up Conor for a good 3 rounds. Did it go 3 rounds? It went 3 rounds, right? Or two?
At least 3 rounds.
Did it go? Yeah. So a good 3 rounds, he fucked Conor up, beats him. Is still completely pissed off, which he should be. That nigga's whole corner is outside saying all this shit, and he's like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't need none of my niggas. I don't need no security. Nah. Jumps the gate in a crowd of McGregor's whole camp. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. And then the whole thing about it that no one caught, walked out fine. Not a scratch. He walked out the same way. Play that whole fight back. Find me one scratch on fucking Khabib. Find me one. Like, you walked out the exact same. And then afterwards, apologized for his actions. But then he said, how is this fair? How is this fair? Y'all get mad at me. I'm the dude who shut him up. And y'all mad at me. But he can talk all this shit. But people are still like, but nah, like you're not Conor though. Like and again that goes back to people who are clearly born in the era of on-site and people who are just not. Like, and Conor's dope. I like Conor. Like for the most part in his career, Conor has backed up everything that he's fucking said, but he just didn't back up that Khabib shit.
Yeah.
But of course, when the next fight comes around, they're gonna hype it up. That's like, oh, Conor, he you know. He's going to be Khabib's toughest opponent yet? No, he's not. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen exactly the same way. Maybe even worse this time. Because Khabib's like, nigga, you not only did I kick your ass, but then you made me lose my money. I still don't think he got paid his $2 million for that. I think Conor got paid his, but I don't think Khabib got even paid his purse for that shit.
Because of that shit?
Yeah, yet. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's because he's still supposed to get paid, but I don't know if he did yet. And they're still just holding the shit.
Right.
And he's like, I'm gonna fuck you even worse. Like, that's the type of shit to where I feel like today, with today's society or whatever, I think being the aggressor in any way, shape, or form, even if you're right, you're still looked at as the bad guy. No matter what. No matter if it's justified, no matter if you have all the right. If you're the aggressor and you are too aggressive, I feel like there's no leeway for you at all. But for some reason, I think it's the same mentality thing that we talked about when we were younger. If you guys remember out there was always like, if you guys were like, you guys go to school and there was always that kid or those bunch of kids who were in class and they were like disruptive. And they fucking did no work. And they came in and just bitched or complained or didn't fucking pay attention and said stupid ass jokes or whatever. For some odd reason, the teacher would give them so many chances and pay so much attention to them. And then they would actually care about them. But it was a clear sign that these people did not give a fuck about anything. But the people who were doing their work, the people who paid attention, who actually cared about the class, turned in their shit on time or whatever, anytime they made a mistake or something, whatever, they got no leeway.
Yeah, none.
They got no benefit of the doubt or whatever. It's like, nope, fuck you. No. And I saw that shit happen so much that it was weird. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was really weird. Like, I was just like, clearly it was like, no. Like, you don't have to, like, obey these people. Like, you don't have to actually listen to them.
Yeah. You
can legit, which is how I live my life now. I feel like because of shit like that, my philosophy is like, you can do whatever you want as long as you get your shit done.
Yep.
As long as you get your shit done and it's right, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Because people are going to tolerate you. That's just it. Like, every job I've been to, for the most part, are you okay, man? You can have fucking...
having water went down the wrong pipe.
Nah, man. All right, let it out, man. You were one of those kids, weren't you?
What?
You were one of those fucking kids.
No, I was a good kid.
No, exactly.
I was a quiet kid.
You were one of those fucking kids. You didn't get enough attention, and now you're fucking crying about it.
What? Why didn't I get paid attention to? What was wrong with me?
Fucking because you weren't a rebel, man.
I try to be without a cause, but it's hard without a cause.
Fucking cuck. But yeah, like, you know, I feel like today, every job I've been to or whatever, I go into it being like, all right, I'm gonna be myself, and I give my best foot forward. And then after a while, I'm like, wait a minute. I can still give my best foot forward and still do everything awesome, and I can legit fuck around and nothing's gonna happen to me. Because as long as I just do my work right, people just deal with it. And that's fine. And I feel like it's the same thing with this. Like, the same thing with, like, society today. You can talk all the shit you want to talk. You can fucking say what you want to say. You can be as reckless as you want to be. As long as you do whatever job you're supposed to do or whatever perceived thing you're supposed to do, it's fine. Like, you brought up 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine can do all that because 6ix9ine fans and 6ix9ine himself will say that. He's like, well, I have fucking #1 songs and I have songs on the Billboard. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all if I don't keep the same energy. It doesn't matter at all if I never really see niggas on site. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is my bank account, and clearly these stats show that I'm popping and you not. So everything that you do is gonna look dumb. Everything that I do, even if it's wrong, even if it's fucking immoral, whatever, it's gonna look cool. That's just it. And it's crazy because bringing it back to like on site and whatever. Back in our generation, it wasn't like, it's funny, we're saying our generation, but we're not even fucking old.
Yeah.
It's just, that's how weird the world has gone.
It's changed quite a bit.
But
fast.
Back in our era, like, the niggas who sat on site, they were the ones that were, like, respected. And it was like, they were the ones that had all the today's term clout and had all the juice. They were the ones that was like, them niggas, don't play with them niggas. Like, whatever you do, don't play with them niggas. But it was funny because the same people that said, like, on site and shit like that, they also had, like, these morals. It's where it was like, they only got that way until they were pushed. They would try to avoid it, at least the people that I knew. Like, they would try to avoid it. But once it got to a point where it was like, all right, there's just nothing but disrespect being shown, I'm going to have to smack you. Like, I'm going to have to show you that you can't do shit like that. And it's funny how I feel like society as a whole, the more, like, disrespectful we get, the less consequences that we have to deal with, the more shit just goes crazy. But back in the day, the more shit that was reckless, there's instant consequences. Like, not even fucking, like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's just like what they say about parents spanking their kids.
Right.
It's just like which version was better? The one that, like, now the kids, like, that don't get spanked, they just kind of just keep talking shit and just blah, blah, blah. The ones that did are quiet, well-behaved, all that crap.
I think you might have had the fucking hottest, the best take today. That is a good correlation. That is the infancy of on-site. It was you talking back or being bad to your parents. Your parents just whoop your ass immediately. Like, It wasn't like a whole, like, oh, you wait, or whatever. It was like, nah. Like, I couldn't, if I said some slick shit or whatever, my mom would instantly be like, what? And the thing about my mom wouldn't spank me. Like, she tried it or whatever, and she did, of course, but, like, my mom was really mad, she would square with me like a dude. And that would suck. Like especially when you're little. Like of course when she got older she couldn't do that shit no more. But when you're little or whatever, my mom would square with me like a dude. And she fucked me up. Like, and there was just nothing I could do because she was fucking big as shit. At least at that point in time. Like that was, and then but that taught you like don't say stupid shit because someone can instantly be like, what? Who's bigger than you or who's way more versed than you with their hands,
right?
And just smack shit out you, and it's gonna hurt, and you're gonna realize I shouldn't have said that shit. But now because parenting is a little different, and now it's like, oh no, you can't touch them. Don't know. That's not right. That doesn't make them stop. You have to talk to them and teach them that what they did was wrong.
And you could do both. You could do both.
But that was funny because the old way was doing both. I mean, because they would talk to us before they fucking beat our ass. So they would talk to us during beating our ass too.
Explain why and all that stuff. Yeah.
My mom would be like, "Don't you fucking listen to me?" And I'm like, "I'ma listen, please. I'ma listen. Leave me alone." But
wow, what a bitch! What a bitch you were.
I don't care, shit. If you weren't a bitch to your mom, you were not a good son. If you weren't scared of your mother, I don't know, man. I don't know. These white boys, they was bold. I ain't doing that shit. I was terrified. Yeah, like shit like that, having no, because repercussion for your words, as a youngster, as a youth, clearly is having these effects of why people feel like it's cool to be like, nah, fuck you, suck my dick, like that's another thing. Like that term, I didn't hear a lot of. I don't remember that a lot in our era.
What?
Like suck my dick. Like I know like it was like as a joke, it was funny.
As a joke, it was suck it, and that was only because of wrestling.
Right, that was because of wrestling. But then like as a joke, because we're fucking dudes, and for some reason we have very homosexual humor. Which I realize that girls don't have that. Which I'm like, are dudes just secretly really gay?
I think so.
And then it's just like we have to grow out of it.
Yeah. We gotta test it out. That was a testing out phase.
And some people didn't grow, and there you go, homosexuals.
Let's evolve, I guess.
There you go. They get to grow out of it.
God damn it.
This is the point of the video where they turn it off.
Just get ignorant as possible.
They fucking comment. First of all, okay, I was born this way. I didn't have to grow into anything. All right, bitch. Fucking calm down, Jay.
Oh man, we hate on ourselves.
We're
doing it for them.
Yeah, like the clear lack of repercussion just, it made a like ripple effect of like now there's this shit and everything, and like now shit like suck my dick is taken as a joke.
Yeah,
I don't remember one person in my crew of friends group, my older homies, my big homies that ever said suck my dick. You hear that shit all the time now, and I'm like, that's wild, because that's really that's some shit you really could get like shot for, like that's because that's prison shit. Where like that's like prison dominance type shit, where it's like, you know what, nigga, suck my dick.
Yeah, it's just not like how it was
like,
back then. Like even today, I want to say even some older people act like the kids today, because a while ago, I was just hanging out in the front of my house. I was talking to my grandma. Mm-hmm. This guy's driving by. And I just happened to look at him while he's driving by. He decides to reverse, roll down his window, and go, "Why you staring at me so hard?" Mm-hmm. And I go, "I don't know you, man. Like, I don't know what you're talking about."
Right.
He's like, I was like, "What are you doing? Like, what the hell's going on?"
Yep.
It's confusing.
Cop out.
He decides to go, "Oh, you want? We could throw blows. We could go down right now."
I'll go down on you right now, bro.
Yeah, I was just like,
I'll suck your dick fuck? Right now.
I get in confusion. I just stand there. I'm like, okay,
suck it. It's fine.
It's all right. Yeah. Just, hey, whatever you gotta do.
Whatever you gotta do to get
out. You do it.
Take it out on this cock. It's fine.
Damn it.
All the comments. I think Dwayne and Mark have some repressed homosexuality. If you want to get
Not repressed. Not
at all.
You don't know what we do when we're on the camera.
There's shit on camera that we haven't released yet. It's coming soon to our
100,000 for the video. To
our X video account. It's How Do I Know Us.
Stupid.
It's the same shit. It's just us talking on the couch. There's some people who are just mad. Yeah. I thought the niggas was gonna fuck. I came here for some interracial fucking.
First they talk shit on gay people, and then they like.
I mean, I get their point though, because I mean it's not on site, but right now what's not on the screen is some dicks.
This podcast could really use more dicks, if I'm honest.
Just number dick references.
Yeah, just next episode, dildos all over the table.
All right, my bad. Continue.
But yeah, he decides to go. Let's throw blows, blah blah blah, all this shit. Saying this in front of my grandma, knowing I can't really do nothing because if just something happens to her, like she gets hit a little bit, she's old, like right. That's it. And this guy just keeps doing it. And I'm just standing there, like staring at him, like fucking angry. Like you would not say this shit if she wasn't here.
Right.
You know, this fucking bullshit. And it's like the same thing. And then he just drove off. Yeah. And then after that day, like anytime I was on the street, like by myself, and he was like way over there where he lived, nothing at all. Like don't even look my way.
Yep.
So
that is the definition of bitch nigga. But yeah, so I'm saying that goes back to the whole like again. I felt like in that situation he only wanted to do that because he knew nothing was gonna happen, and also I guess like your grandma, who I mean she like not in a bad way, but she's no one to do that in front of because she don't care. Like so it's like you didn't get any clout from it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like all you did was waste your time, and then now, like you said, now it's like when you, which is the funny part. I'm pretty sure it's like you saw that nigga tomorrow. He was like, "Nigga, what's up? You talking all that shit? What's up? Like run it right now." I'm pretty sure you be like, "Man, I ain't fucking with you, bro. Nah. Like what? That shit old, bro. Like that's the shit that annoys me See, about everything.
I don't think it's a generational thing, because I want to say people just throughout have always been fucking bitches. I just want to say, like, in today, it's accepted. For some reason, it's accepted and it's way more apparent.
Yeah.
Because my dad has stories. My dad has stories like when he was over here, young kid, 3 dudes tried to jump for his boombox. That's how old the story is, a boombox.
Right.
And he said, like, whatever happened. He got away. Next day or some other day, he was, like, walking around with a chain belt. Mm-hmm. Which is, like, super 80s. Just really 80s.
A chain
belt. And he was, like, swinging around and snapping West Side Story.
I was about to say a fucking
I hate musical. That movie. Yeah, I hate that movie. It sucks so bad.
I've never seen it.
It's dumb because it sucks.
Maria. That one? I don't.
I think so. Yeah. He catches one of the dudes by himself. And he goes to him. He was like, "Oh, you still want my boombox? You still want my, you know?" Damn it.
Just walk to him like, "You still want that shit, huh? Fuck me for it, faggot."
I can tell the good part, man.
Shit, I said faggot. I'm sorry. Damn it.
Damn, it's fat.
Not supposed to say that. Not supposed to say that,
dude.
I say faggot in a good way, not in the disrespectful way. I'm sorry. They're gonna cancel us.
You'll learn one day. And the guy goes, he just bitches out. He was like, "No, that wasn't me," blah, blah, blah. And all this shit. Just my dad, like, just pretty much like. You know, the guy was like cowering, so my dad was like, "All right, then," and he just walked away. But it was just like, it just happens throughout history. Just bitches that like to be tough, but aren't.
Yeah, I don't get it. You've been with me and my mom's hood so much when niggas have been outside and they felt a certain type of way about me. But nothing ever happens. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's just me. Like there's nothing. Like, and I don't get it. And but they pussy. But
because as long as those people, as long as they do the least of, they just stare at you hard for a little bit, they could go back and tell the story to
tell
people
a whole different story.
Yeah, but like, I stared at him. He didn't do shit. He just walked and like walked away. And it was just like, no, he was just doing what he was there to do.
I don't react to stares. That's the That's the thing. I don't react to shit like that because I'm not a female. No offense, ladies, but that's some female shit where it's like that bitch looked at me wrong. Like I'm not gonna nah. If you're a real nigga, you got something to say. You open your mouth. If you have an issue, if you don't have an issue, then act like your bitch and just stare.
Yeah, I mean today egos don't need that much to feel like they're bigger, But
then that clearly goes back to the point of y'all niggas was clearly not. you guys were not raised right at all, or you guys were just raised to where it's like, oh no, you're cool. I feel like because like the lack of parenting and now how like, because there was a point where your parents couldn't parent you anymore, and then this is gonna sound so corny, and then the streets had to be your parent, but it's kind of true. Like, your friends in the neighborhood that you were in your environment would then start to parent you, and then you knew it was like, all right, now again, growing up, if I say some reckless shit, my mom would fucking hit me. If I say some reckless shit, these niggas with these guns can just shoot me, right? But now, since everybody's pussy, and everyone just fucking links up and stays clicked up with just a whole bunch of people, now because no one does anything because there's a whole bunch of people, now they just feel like I can always do that shit. And then when they're by themselves, they don't know how to react because they're used to being around a whole bunch of people.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Every situation where I've seen people try to be tough, it's always with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah,
but by themselves, the nicest dudes, sweethearts.
Right, nothing happened.
Very approachable. like I've walked past niggas who have vocalized having issues with me. Nothing happens, and it's just me.
Yeah,
and I don't understand that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing where it's like,
it reminds me of, remember that one? It was like an old ass World Star video where it was like 99 Mexicans versus like 4 Asians.
Oh yeah,
in town, Texas, and the fucking Mexicans lost. Yeah, all of them kept backing up. Like no one wanted to fight, even though they had the numbers, and the fucking other guys just wrecked them.
And I remember shit. Like I remember that, and then that's the thing where there's a lot of videos like that, especially these days. Back in the day, that's another thing. Like niggas knew how to jump niggas, but so many videos like that too, where someone's
they understood they had numbers,
and someone's about to get jumped, and then like they end up winning. And you're like, what? Yeah. What era is this? Like, but. Yeah, it's like I feel like now everyone does everything for just the simple fact, like you said, to say that they've done it.
Yeah.
But they haven't really done it. So the term on site isn't a thing anymore. I think today we should actually retire on site. It does not happen anymore. It is not. Y'all niggas don't keep that on site energy. Y'all don't. Y'all don't have on site energy. You will never have on site energy. You've never been a part of anything that was on site. You've never seen anyone get on-sited. like you. I guess I really think niggas just be on the internet and they be like, niggas on site because they heard in like some song or some shit, and that's it.
Dude, people on the internet, like 4-year-olds are N-wording, just hard.
It's on site, even though I live in fucking Nevada and you live in Washington.
But if we ever do see each other,
but if I see your ass, I want you to know. I'm gonna look at your ass and be like, gotta follow that nigga.
I'm gonna unfollow you.
I'm gonna unfollow that nigga real quick and then follow him back just to DM him and then unfollow him again.
DM.
Bitch, nigga.
Mind games.
And you know what? You gonna read my DM too. Cause you pussy.
Whoa.
You saw my name and you was like, you know what? I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open that shit. But when he leave,
I'll be talking again.
I'm gonna respond too and tell him that he pussy. But I'm not gonna hit send. Nah.
I'm gonna just leave those little 3 dots on the end of the screen.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave him waiting for this shit. So he gonna be like, they're like,
get him anxious.
It's on site. I know it's on site. As soon as he finishes this text, it's gonna happen.
You know what? I'm gonna throw a GIF in there just to fuck with them even more.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck the GIF. He don't think it's a game. I'm gonna throw a question mark. Really leave him confused. Like, nigga, what? Cat got your tongue, nigga? This is all via Twitter. Like,
oh, that's so sad.
I'm gonna throw a question mark.
Yeah. I think a lot of those people have never been in a fight either.
Yeah.
Because once you've, like me and you have sparred before, and once you're like, you've actually been in a fight.
Once your ass get hit.
It's like, it's a lot different when people are ready to take punches and people could move out the way.
The Mike Tyson effect of, like, the whole Mike Tyson old adage of, like, once you get hit, you know, all your plans go out the window.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has a plan until they get fucking hit. Yeah. Like, and, yeah, so, I mean, that's another thing. To quote Vince Staples, I think niggas just need to start running fades again. Like, if they have an issue, like, fuck shooting and shit or whatever. You have an issue with somebody, clearly just be like, look, Clearly, we have a disagreement. You feel one way, I feel another way. We can either A, square up right now, hash this out, or if you want to protect your face, you can put these gloves on. You square up.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you earlier. The whole Nicki and Cardi thing.
Yeah.
Would it have mattered like if she accepted the fight, but then set the terms of like let's do it in the ring, or did it have to be on the streets? Like on set energy, does it have to be on the streets? Like as soon as you see him, or can you set it up to like we're gonna do a boxing match?
No, I mean, like, I feel like, well, again, people are gonna be like, no, that's not whatever. But look, if you have sparred or done anything like that, of course, fighting is fighting, but boxing and fighting are totally different fucking animals. But if you're willing to get hit, you know, then like you really ain't pussy because you're willing to do something about it, right? But of course, today's era is gonna be like, oh, this is the shit they sanction, you know, they ain't gonna let them get hurt and everything like that, whatever, mm-hmm. Which is weird. Why you want people to get hurt? I don't understand. But me personally, I wouldn't take it as like you pussy. I'd be like, all right, like they just gonna fight, and then like, you know, it's fine. Like
different rules for celebrities.
Yeah, different rules. Like I get that.
There's too much money involved.
Because no, like the thing about it, which is why this whole thing is stupid, which is why, like, you know, even Cardi being like, let's just fade or whatever. Look, they are never going to be at the same place at the same time anymore ever. It's never gonna happen. All right, it will never fucking happen because after the last fucking debacle, which was on a fucking huge event, right? Clearly, people are gonna know these people are gonna be there. So
yeah,
maybe,
there's event coordinators, people that plan this shit, they talk to each other.
You're gonna be like, you know what, let's not have this person, or probably gonna be like, no, this person's here, you can't come, and vice versa, right? So they're never gonna be anywhere at the same time. To have the actual fucking fade happen, they have to coordinate the shit, which they not gonna do.
Yeah.
So
Nicki's not about it.
Yeah, like it's not even like, even if she was or whatever, it's not going, like, you have to coordinate it. Like where? like and who? How you gonna coordinate it to where? Again, like you said, they are fucking megastars. We gonna run a fade where no one's not gonna see it. Like, and then, you know, it's gonna be like weird ass contracts. All right, you know, after this shit happened, can nobody talk about it? Nobody can film it and shit. Nah, it's not gonna happen. But I respect Cardi for at least throwing it out there because clearly she's still a little too hood for her own good because she don't understand like the shit ain't gonna happen. Like, but I can tell that her just because she's from that environment, which Nicki is too, which I don't understand why she is the way she is, but of course she's been rich way longer. So I do understand, you know, Cardi being like, I'm aggravated at this bitch. Fuck it. Like we need to fight. Cause I'm just tired.
Yeah,
like I get that.
Crazy thing is that she threw out the piece there too first.
Yeah, that was
the thing.
Like,
that was your way out, Nicki. Just like let's come on the show and let's talk about what happened, what the beef was, and then that's it. And that would have been the peace thing. But no,
pretty much.
Your thing blew up in your face. You want to be tough, which no one cares about. Drake clearly lost that thing against, what was his name, Pusha?
Yeah, he
clearly lost about that thing, and Drake was still on top.
No one cares.
No one cares.
Like, no one cares.
No one cares about your toughness.
Like, and this, yeah.
It's not a cool thing to be anymore.
Damn.
This is not 90s rap.
It was funny because I want to say around 2007, 2008, whenever that Kanye and 50 Cent shit happened, right? Mm-hmm. The way, like, the rap nerds were kind of marketing it was supposed to be, you know, it was like the streets versus the backpack. Like,
yeah.
Versus, like, rap nerds or just nerds in general, right? Of course, Kanye ends up winning. So after that day, I honestly feel like the nerds did take over. Mm-hmm. But instead of it being like where it was like, all right, they took over, but it's just like, you know, the genre or the sound of music, they took over. It's like, no, they took over everything. So now it's like you have these people who are portraying shit that they're not, being in these positions, right? And then when shit happens, they react how they really will react in real life. And then instead of being like clown for it because they now own like, because being a thug or being a gangster in hip hop is not cool anymore. It's not. It's way cooler to be like the nigga who was the weirdo in school or the nigga who took all the drugs or the dude who fucking like is depressed. It's way cooler to be him. Like it's not cool to be the fucking thug no more. It's not cool. So
Is there any rappers today that are like doing the thug thing?
to me, no. The last one active was Meek. And clearly that didn't fucking like that. I mean, he's
Didn't
still
help him. Yeah,
like it didn't help
at all.
him. Like, but he's still like content wise. There's rappers who do rap that shit, or right? Their content is based in like gang shit and gang culture and like being thugs, right? There's a whole bunch, but like 21 Savage, like I mean, he's a savage, right? At least that's what he's marketed as. Which don't come for me, nigga. I'm like, fucking whatever. Stay your ass over there. But fucking 21 Savage being like, what you thought this shit was a game? Thought this shit was a gimmick, nigga? But stay your shit over there. But fucking
Stay away.
stay away. Fucking them like them southern niggas like.
Yeah, Southern people are pretty crazy.
Yeah, they're fucking weird. Like it's not because like we West Coasters, so I get the gang shit. Like I'm from not from a hood, but I'm from the gang shit, right? So I understand it. The South, they really like it's
a different world.
It's way different. Like they like because they're so close, they just be like, oh what? I'm gonna shoot your ass, and then they'll just come and do it right then and there. And you're like, what the fuck? Or they like out here, it's like. It's kind of planned. Like, you know it's gonna happen. Like out there, them niggas just do it. Like
Impulse.
Yeah, it's just like what the fuck, nigga. But anyway, like he's a prime example. He's a person that his whole content is pretty much like, I will fucking kill you. And he looks like, for the most part, that he's probably, I don't know if I'm not gonna say that he has or hasn't, but he's clearly been in some shit, right? But he's marketed as, I'm a savage, but I'm also a nice guy. Like, and all his shit, like, there's nothing. Name one marketing ploy from 21 Savage that actually like involves a savage. Nothing. It's all like him fucking like they have videos of like 21 Savage reading like books. Fucking 21 Savage fucking taking kids shopping. Like there's nothing savage about it.
It's the fucking like the look of the bad boy. The
but then he's a fucking nice guy.
But this is the soft side, and
fucking
this is
nice
the
guy.
talking.
And then fucking look at Meek. Meek Mill was, like I said, he was like the last, like, to me, the last, like, from jump, was like, I'm this, right?
Yeah.
Super successful doing it, but now I feel like he's at his fucking peak of that shit, right? Because now he's all fucking Mr. Yeah, I'm that guy, but also I'm prison reform. And I'm also, like, I was unjustly locked up for something. And now it's like, I have opinions and thoughts. And now it's like, we love Meek Mill. He's awesome. Like, but the nigga who, with the nappy dreads, who was rapping about fucking cocaine and killing niggas and being from a hood, that's cool. That's corny. Like,
that's corny now.
That's corny now. Like, and it's crazy because, like, you legit, like, and it's funny because, like, these, like, the bloggers and, like, the rap nerds out there, they run this shit. So, like, if they consider a nigga who really is from the streets corny, he's corny. That's it.
None the reputation doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This nigga shot 81 people. Like, if they consider him corny, he's corny. That's it. But the dude who didn't go outside and probably didn't talk to a girl until, like, college or something, some weird shit, like, he's the fucking hero. J. Cole wasn't cool until his fucking hair got napped and he looked weird. J. Cole just being a cool nigga from college who fucking had a fucking fresh lineup and a fade. Didn't work. Wasn't until J. Cole looked like that nigga was homeless. That works. I don't get that. I don't fucking get that.
You never know what's gonna work.
And it's just a clip, but we know now. It's the weirdo. The weirdo look works. Be a weirdo. Be a weirdo. Don't have any type of, like, morals. Don't believe in on-site. Don't believe in etiquette. Just be a weirdo. Be a weirdo, but then secretly have all those things. You'll be number one. Everyone else who has all these morals and codes and shit, and it's like, nah, whatever. Fucking, no. We don't want that. You're too serious about your shit.
sad.
it's sad.
I don't know what to say. Like it's just
It's over. On site's over.
like where does it go from here? Does it do that double back thing where like it goes back to gangster or like where
Yeah,
stuff
it's already
actually
happening now.
matters, or
It's already happening now. You can tell just by. I don't think it'll go back to like actually being where if you're in if you grew up in LA or at least LA County or whatever, you understand that like this is why I love the West Coast and like we're West Coasters and shit like that because we understand where a lot of this gang shit like came from and we know how to move in situations, right? This new generation does not because everything is so gang gang, but it's not really gang gang. Like it's now that's kind of my fear about this shit, right? Because if you look at it now, everything like they're trying to take it back to that fucking to that era. But the thing about that era was like this shit was really happening. It wasn't just an image. They're trying to take the image back and make it relevant again without the actual actions.
yeah, I feel like they're trying to make it into like what do you call it, like public theater kind of shit.
Yeah, like everyone
basically taking like wrestling into like live situations.
exactly like everyone thinks they're fucking O-Dog now. Everyone thinks they're fucking Doughboy from or Ice Cube from fucking Boys in the Hood. Everyone wants to be that now,
Yeah.
but they didn't realize that the actual story of that is them niggas don't make it.
None of them
did.
Yeah.
That's the story.
Yeah.
That's the point of it. That's why they're like, but those characters are so beloved because niggas was popping shit. It was real niggas, man. They didn't give a fuck. Ice Cube dies. You don't see it, but he dies.
Yeah,
that's the story. O-Dog dies. That's the story. Like fucking again, you don't see it, but that's the fucking story. Like
it's implied.
But I don't know, man. I feel like if we bring back shit like On Site and bring back like actual people fighting and actually people having to pay for the things that they say, maybe the world will be a little different.
For the better, for the worse?
For the better. Maybe fucking then people won't have celebrities run the world. Not saying anything. Not wink wink. But we'll get to politics eventually on this show.
Eventually. When it gets crazy enough.
But all right, man. I'm done. I ain't got nothing else on this shit. I'm depressed.
Oh.
I want the hood back.
You want the crazy hood where people getting beat up.
That shit was the best.
All right, you could follow us on Twitter at How Do I Know You with the number 1. Follow me at I am Mark.
And you can follow me on Twitter at DCJunior13.
13. And follow us on YouTube. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff.
Shit.
Right here, How Do I Know You?
Subscribe, please. We need people to know that we're actually making a difference in the world. And you
about
guys agree.
on-site energy and all that, you know.
That's another thing in this video. Hey, please, people who listen to this shit, please hashtag on-site energy. Fucking make it trend, all that shit. If we can get like, how many likes do you want on this shit? Like, if we can get 20 likes from this video, right? 20 likes. 20 likes, yeah. We're not like people get a 1 minute. Nah, y'all don't give a fuck about us. But if we can get fucking 20 likes of people and then hashtag on-site energy or whatever, I think we're getting somewhere with this. I think you guys agree with the content that we're fucking putting out.
Yeah.
But
can let us know your opinions, all that crap. If you think we were right or wrong, all that shit.
But as always, as now we've been ending the show, the one thing that is certain is that if I don't know, and you don't know,
who really knows?
And how do I know you?
Thanks for listening, guys.
See you guys next week. Hopefully, there will be some people getting their ass beat. We would have made a difference. Peace.
Bye. Cool.
That was great.
Let's do it again.